Grabbing the Brisket. We're out here at the American Royal. This 2023. This is a pretty fun time that we've had so far.
It is
a lot of fun.
We were invited
12 rounds at a time.
We got the nod from NBBQA, to help come over and hang out with the guys. Obviously, we're set right in front of their trailer. We'll be shooting some videos. They have a whole lot of stuff going on over here. A lot of demos. This is way different than last year, right? They've upped the game even more. We've got these. What's this?
We got Tribalfire over here.
Tribalfire, that's right.
Cotton gin. They got the whole barbecue bazaar set up over here. All kinds of vendors and members of the NBBQA that are out here showing their products. And
that's it.
There's really definitely a lot more stuff for like the public to experience now this year. Sure. It seems like
Yeah,
that's right.
It's growing.
That's right. It's being a part of it right now is like. I mean, are we the catalyst? Are we the ones?
Obviously, right.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe. It's just look. Coincidence. We showed up at the NBBQA in Fort Worth. Brand new trailer was unveiled, right? I mean, not because we got there. I mean, obviously a lot of hard work and waiting to hear from Kell and all those guys. I'm just saying. Like,
right. We started the rash. It's spreading.
It's no coincidence. That's right. That's right.
All right.
So, I don't know, man. This is pretty badass. So yeah, I mean, like, last night we had the Pick-a-Palooza.
Well, let's start from the beginning. What did we do when we first got here yesterday? We rolled in. We did a walkabout to go meet the teams and all the different people around here. We got a lot of contacts with people.
Went to the hotel.
If you want to start
huge poop.
If we're going to start at the beginning.
Too much?
Let's start 8 o'clock in the morning when we're hopping on a flight.
Oh, yeah.
And Jan sucking down Bloody Marys and beer and pizza. Not just Jan. Well, we all.
No, that was just Jan.
No,
that was just Jan.
No.
And John and Alex.
No, it's that rule. Like,
a beer.
Yeah, it's that rule. I mean, airport time doesn't really matter, right? It's like as soon as you step into an airport, it's like the clocks just go away.
It's 5 a.m. It doesn't matter.
I at least was a little classy, and I waited till I got on the plane to have my Bloody Mary. Like a good, respectable person.
I'll. You know what? It is what it is.
So touchdown, but we can't gloss over the fact that Alex he might be on the no-fly list. I'm not really sure. We almost didn't even leave Houston because he got into one of the TSA agents over what's the bin, the storage bin.
What's your bin?
She said I couldn't use the storage bin that was right there, and I told her I didn't want to put my shit on the conveyor belt. She got an attitude. Told me I had an attitude, and I told her mama had an attitude.
Yeah, and I'm just standing there just watching this whole thing go down, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, start backing away.
I don't know this guy. Who is that? I'm making it to the Royal.
Check his.
Jay pretending like he didn't know me.
He's got drugs. He's got drugs inside of him. I mean, run away, right?
Alex is about to find himself in the back room somewhere, just getting all violated.
Jeez.
Right. Maybe that's what I was trying to do.
Maybe so. But yeah, hey, we're at the American Royal, so yeah, checked in, hotel, foot on the ground here at the Kansas City Motor Speedway, which is an awesome event. I mean, the backdrop, it's just pretty spectacular.
It is. Yeah, I mean, last year we raced.
Oh, we're gonna race again this year.
Are we racing this again?
No.
Like,
if it's a full lap.
I'll never make it.
And we mean foot race on the track.
Yeah, we'll never make that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ran like 30 feet last time. I was like, I'm done.
Right. So out of shape. Just looking at that and just walking across the field, I'm like, I'm already tired. I was like, I'll watch you guys. But yeah, like Jan mentioned, we got a lot of live demos coming. There's live fire cooking. We have samples. We have barbecue food just going all over the place. But
going all over the place.
All over the place, yeah. It's really just kind of
Imagine that at a barbecue competition.
Yeah. Some would say the World Series of barbecue, right?
Correct.
Yeah. How cool is it for you guys? I mean, and for myself or whatever, but maybe speak on a little bit, John. Like, how does this feel for you coming back a second year in a row?
Oh, it's awesome.
Being out here.
Every time you're here, you feel like you're more part of the family, right? Like everybody is. Pork belly burn-ins going on right now. Heard that.
Won't regret it. They have a booth right inside the National.
And honestly, hey guys, the quality of the audio might not be the best, but it really is putting you smack dab in the middle of everything going on. So
we're in pit row.
Yeah, we're forcing a lot of people to walk around us right now.
Exactly. They're just like, this is hot. Yeah.
Come on down, guys. Free samples of pork
Pickapalooza. I mean, we alluded to that, so we got
did.
to experience that. We got to go in there behind the scenes of all the teams, just kind of look and see all the presentations that they were throwing out there.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them were pretty unique. And
Yeah, they upped the presentation this year. Everybody did. So what do we have? Stretch had a pole dancing pig with $100 bills all around it and everything. I think his name was Charity. And let's see, there was the pigs that were doing missionary position.
Making bacon.
Making bacon. Yep, there was.
Lambert.
So we went to a wedding. We went to a wedding and a consummation.
And during the presentation of that, they were throwing rose petals up in the air. You know,
they had bags of rice.
bags of rice. Yeah.
I'm like, geez, dude. I mean, I don't know, man. That was actually one of the most unique ones I've seen. And there's how many competitors are there? How many teams? There's like
6.
eight.
There was 6 that did that. Yep.
6 teams. Man, like the amount of work they go through. Shed barbecue. They cook 2 whole hogs, and they have one for the Prairie Fresh, and then one for the event, right? And so they're having double the work. Mark Lambert, double the work. 2 hogs. You know, basically one on top of the other in missionary, which is once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Right.
But it's one of those things you have to see. You
can't look away.
Yeah, you
Boars,
can't look
Boars Night Out, they had 1 hog and they had 3 suckling
pigs on it.
Yeah.
Looked like it was like suckling.
I think we got pictures of most of this. Some of this is already up on our social media if you guys want to see that. So head over there.
Yeah. But yeah, Boars Night Out, what, 5th time in a row winning? So
5th time in a row. Like, and everybody's
congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing team. They've got badass seasonings, but I think everybody is using Boars Night Out on every team.
White Lightning.
It's a White Lightning season.
Everybody's using that.
Everybody's using it. Every person using whatever. I mean, I don't know.
There's some on the table right over there that they're using for some of the food they're cooking for the demos. So
that's right. They make a good rub. So, and that was part of Heath. Heath part of that team when they first developed that. So now he's got his own, which is freaking phenomenal. You know.
And then we spent the rest of the day being responsible, making good contacts,
right.
stuff like that. Yeah. Called it early.
No bad decisions made.
Nope.
We certainly didn't order 20 Taco Bell tacos last night at midnight or 1 and eat those in bed. That didn't happen.
That's weird.
Someone used my bedspread as a napkin.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember going to y'all's room, and I remember going in there and sitting on the edge of the bed eating like what seemed like. I feel like I had 20 tacos is what I felt like. And I woke up this morning, and James goes, because we had double rooms or double beds, whatever. And he's like, "Hey man, how you feel?" And I go, "I feel like I had 10 tacos last night." I mean, like it's just sitting in your gut, right? Oh, so yeah. Sorry about all the lettuce and shit everywhere. Alex.
Shredded cheese is laying around.
I ordered no cheese.
Nice.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Alex. Man, so we're back at it again today. We let the people know what's going on here, for the competition-wise. I mean, today we have the Invitational, correct?
That's it. No. Tomorrow's the Invitational. Today is the. I'm sorry. Today's the Invitational. Tomorrow's everybody.
Correct.
That's right. That's right.
So grand champion gets declared today. At the end of the night.
Yep, for the Invitational. And then, but here's the deal. That's the thing about this. Everybody cooking today will turn around and cook tomorrow in the open.
Yep.
Right? So they're doing double the work.
Right.
Yeah, there's nobody doing big parties tonight. They're all head in the game.
Which is sad, but yes.
Yeah.
I know. You should. If you're here, they need like a marketing and media person. Like, hey, y'all have the party. Y'all take care of business, right? That's what Houston does. But out here, it kind of shuts down. Like everybody's like grinding, and they grinded all day today.
Right.
And that's why they're tired. You know?
Yeah.
So
it's one thing I mentioned to I think I was talking to Emma and I was like, Houston does their parties like 4 days in a row.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know why the corporate sponsors that they just sponsor one day and they pack all their stuff up and leave. I was like, what's the big deal? Why can't you just stay another day? Yeah. It's like, is it just the environment, the royal? They're just like, nah. Hey, y'all got one day. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just not the same. I don't know if they have the market for it, right? I mean, this is a huge cook-off, but like where we're at, we have 7 million people surrounding area, right? They don't have that here, right?
Yeah.
So
on a good day, I think they get probably maybe 150 to 200,000 people roll through those gates there at the rodeo or at the cook-off itself.
At Houston.
Yeah, at Houston.
200,000 people a day.
Yeah.
So That tells you right there.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
James, you're not going to tell us?
Yeah, no, I know this because I volunteered for the Youth Sponsorship Rodeo. Yeah, I'm not trying to compare apples and For the folks that listen at home, go ahead and drink one.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, now today, we are going to be going over to Texas Oil Dust to do brisket professors for the brisket they're pulling off for the competition.
That's right.
So that'll be exciting.
Well, I mean, I think so. Aaron wants to do a brisket professors with us, but we don't want to grade. We're not going to grade. He wants to grade on his brisket. I know
He does.
I'll grade his brisket.
Yeah, grade his brisket.
but he's not going to like. What if I'll be honest.
Be honest.
I'll be honest. It's going to be good.
You'd be disrespectful
Aaron
not to.
Leslie.
It's going to be freaking
Yes,
good.
it's
I
not
know.
joke.
Why are you going into it like this? Like, I don't know.
Right. It's funny. That's why. No, it's cool. Yeah, we got Bullhorn. We got Bullhorn Barbecue over here, right? So
Rob Rocha.
Rob Rocha. So they're doing their thing. So hopefully get him on.
We're going to have some smoker builder people come on the podcast.
Frank Cox, ask Frank. He's going to be on a little bit. I know the music cranked enough is dial it up a notch. But
we're gonna have to.
there's going to be plenty of other content that we're going to be coming out with today. So obviously, this like we mentioned before, the sound quality is not going to be its best, but it is what it is. Hopefully, we can give you a live look, in-depth, behind-the-scenes look on what goes on here at the American Royal. And obviously, when you're clicking along, just go ahead and follow Grabbing the Brisket. Go all social medias, check us out.
Come on down, folks.
All the lights and
Texas barbecue sauce out.
we're going to end it like that.
No.
Everybody's so quiet.
And-
What's going on? Mic drop.
Because you kept talking. I don't know when to jump in.
No, we are going to have some guests lined up. They're going to be coming through here. And it sounds like we're going to be taking a break to get to them. But when you're listening to this or watching this, they're just going to be on in like 2 seconds.
You don't have to give the whole behind
That's
the
exactly
scenes
how this
going.
works. I don't know if you guys know. It's just like going to cut. Like we're talking now, and then all of a sudden there's going to be another guy over here or girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how that works.
It's magic. Thanks for explaining how editing works.
What's it called? Breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah, that's right.
And on to our next guest.
There it is. All right, guys. Just as promised, we are back at the Kansas City Royal, the World Series of Barbecue, and we're joined right now with Matt and Chris with VacMaster. Hey guys, y'all are part of the NBBQA. Y'all have been invited out, or y'all had the collaboration to come out and set up a booth. What's going on?
Oh yeah, just real busy. This is our first time here for the American Royal. Just proud to be part of the whole experience. VacMaster has got tons of people that are using our product out here. So yeah, just needing to be a part of this whole entire program. I'm really excited to be here.
100%. So I mean, like, this is John. So I've seen this, right? But John, you're going into a lot of the behind the scenes.
I've been stoked as soon as I saw you guys were out here because I've been
I know.
following you on social media. This is not a food saver. This is not like what you see at the Walmart that just sucks the air out and doesn't ever seal the bag right. Like, this thing is bad. Like, what sets you guys apart? Like, you want to explain kind of what you guys do?
We create outer space on the planet Earth.
Outer space. These are astronauts right here.
Yes. We actually, our 680 vacuum sealer, the VP 680 is actually used in the space program.
Yeah.
And we do actually send our product to space. But more down to earth. Chamber vacuum sealing it vacuums out the entire chamber. So we have super resistant polymer covers on our machines to keep them from cracking in, and you achieve a full vacuum inside. So like a lot of people don't realize that water turns to vapor at 55 degrees. I like to use that as a common tidbit. So your water starts boiling inside of a vacuum at 55 degrees. It doesn't get hot, but
Right.
But yeah, so whereas a food saver, you're just sucking the air out of the bag and you're hoping that you get it all out. It looks like you do, but you're not. So the difference is with a chamber vacuum sealer, you're vacuuming out the entire chamber. You're making sure with a gauge that everything has been evacuated, or you're set the level that you wanted evacuated, and then it seals the bag and then opens the chamber back up. So you achieve a fully vacuum product with, unlike your external vacuum sealers like food savers or whatever. Not that I'm going to sit here and give them a bunch of press.
We already said their name too many times.
Yeah, too many times. Anyway, with external, from this point on, I'm going to call them external vacuum sealers. So with external vacuum sealers, you can't do liquids because the liquid obviously gets sucked out of the bag. It goes into the port.
It happens.
It
right?
does.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it quite literally sucks.
Yeah.
So anyway, with chamber vacuum sealers, since you're not vacuuming out the bag, you're just vacuuming the chamber down. You can do liquids, you can do marinades, you can do soups. There's just any wet foods, anything like that. So you can marinate your food before you put it in the vacuum chamber, seal it down, throw it in the freezer. Your food's marinating for however long you leave it in the freezer. And it sucks into the food as you're marinating it with the vacuum seal. So like all that liquid and salts and everything have been pulled into your meat product.
Damn.
Yeah, it's cool stuff.
So another thing that a lot of people don't think about, you can actually use it to infuse vodkas into, it's like a lemon infused vodka and things like that. So because a chamber sealer can do liquid, you can actually do infused liquors and things like that.
How does that even work? Like, how does it not just like go everywhere? I don't understand.
Yeah, again,
you're creating space. You're creating space. It's literally nothing can move in there.
It's a vacuum.
It's 100%
Freaking
vacuum.
craziest magic is what it is.
Yeah, that's why I said we're creating outer space on the planet Earth.
Science.
It's freaking cool.
Science. Yeah, I think it's badass. A little bit that John was telling me about the actual bags themselves, or the material is it's not like you're going to get with other type of what you call it, external.
Yeah, so you have to use mesh bags on external vacuum sealers. With us or with any chamber vacuum product, you're just using a regular 3 or 4 mil bag up to 5 mil in your basic polymer bags. You can go with some of the bigger sealers. You can do Mylar, and some of them will even do retort bags.
Okay.
Which where we get into, you start getting into Mylar and retort. We've also entered another market that has become legal in a lot of states. So you want that product fresh.
I hear what you're saying.
Right.
I hear what you're saying right now.
The product, you want it fresh, so it's vacuum sealed, and you take it home, and you're good to go.
Your vegetables, your greens, whatever you're trying to just keep fresh, this is a product that does that, right?
So and then again, on another touch point on the bags, again, those mesh bags are a little bit more expensive. So the chamber sealer bags, because there's that mesh built into it, you're going to get a little bit cheaper cost per seal. So the machines are a little bit more expensive, but in the long run, the bags come out cheaper. And
the money you save long term is going to buy the machine, and it's a one-time investment. I actually work in the tech support department, and we've had machines that people will call in that have been in service over 20 years.
There it is.
And they're built out of stainless steel. The lids are basically bulletproof glass, for layman's terms. And you could hit it with a 357 point blank; it's not going through it.
Damn.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't try it at home.
Yeah, good shit.
Not that I've tried or anything. I didn't take one of the lids home at all.
Right. It's fine. Nobody did that.
Yeah.
Size-wise, what do you guys offer? Do you have different varying size vacuum?
We have a small 9-inch seal bar model that sits on your counter, and we've got stuff all the way to double chamber machines that require 223 phase power.
Yeah, so 32-inch wide seal bar, 32.5 inch
right,
wide
and you can
seal bar.
run 2 chambers at once. So you're loading one chamber. It actually sits down over the top of the product. The whole chamber seals. The chamber moves to the other side. It's called a double chamber machine.
Wow.
And we've got, that's in big restaurants.
I think that's probably where I've seen y'all's product before is these restaurants when I'm going through social medias where they're like, okay, we'll ship you a whole brisket.
Right.
They're not using a external vacuum to seal these briskets up. They're and I saw one a while back on TikTok or whatever, and I was like, what did I just watch? That was just like magic or something like that. It just sucked in, just done. It's like boom. You're not sitting there and the motor's just like running on and just like sucking all the air out.
That's the other thing too, is our machines have single piston oil pumps in them, so they run smoother, they run quieter. We do offer a couple of variants with air pumps for people that just don't want to have. They want to have a maintenance-free device.
Yeah.
But for your avid hunter, your barbecue guy, your restaurant, your small business, our VP215, there's guys online that like trick out their 215s, they sticker bomb them, they get them customized. It's really kind of a PMV type thing. So like you'll have one guy going, I got a 215, and then the other guy, I got a 230, and it becomes a waving contest. But we like that. We like competition, and so.
Greatness, right?
I've been trying to spearhead where we're going to start getting custom wraps done on them for different barbecue guys and different hunters and stuff where they're advertised, because it's a stainless steel machine and you can pretty much do what you want with the exterior. So, you could get it camoed out. You could take the whole stainless steel frame off and go get it dipped.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a cool product, and like I said, anybody, I invite anybody to not even come to our website, which is VacMasterFresh.com, but you can go out to like other businesses and like just type in VP215 or VP230 and go out and see what other people are doing with our product. Don't just come to us. Don't take our word for it. Go out and see what other people are doing, because it's astonishing about the amount of like content creators that are out there using our machines every day, and they're like, yeah, this is my, and they're real proud of them.
Yeah.
And they're quality made machines. And I'll be honest, before I came to work for this company, I didn't even know they existed. You know, when I was offered the job, I was like, what do you mean, what's a commercial vacuum sealer? You know, and I've been a hunter and into barbecue for years, and always just used a junky old external suction machine.
Yeah.
And it's changed my barbecue game, and you know, the amount of time the product sits in my freezer exponentially. So.
Yeah, well, and that's one part, right? You've gotten all the air out of it. So, like, what is there a bigger longevity going into the freezer trying to freeze something up, or do you get the same amount?
No, you're getting on average anywhere from 18 to 24 months of you know, good product.
Right. I mean, how many times have you gone in there that you thought you had something sealed, and you look at it and you're like, well, that's
or you just
trash
throw it
now.
in. You threw it in from the cryo bag from the store, and you get in there and it's ice crystals.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm not cooking.
You're not going to get that with our product. When used correctly, it's going to preserve the stuff for a very, very long time. There's a lot of preppers that deal with us as well, and they create their own MREs and stuff, and so they'll pre-seal stuff into the smaller bags, and then they'll use a bigger machine to seal their 7 mil Mylars and like Harvest Right bags and stuff like that, which is it's just another form of canning. We've had people use our machines for canning applications. We do not recommend that you do doing canning in a vacuum machine is not the same as proper canning.
Yeah.
So it's not going to have the same shelf life, but it will give you an extended shelf life on your canning products. A lot of people will seal like potato chips in jars, and you know, they've expired for months. You open it up and you're biting into a Dorito and it still crunches just like it did when it came out of the bag. So I don't recommend putting them into the vacuum.
Wait, what?
How do you? Why would you seal chips? You're going to eat it immediately. But no, the premise is there. Another thing that I don't know, you guys were out here for the demo earlier. We were doing sous vide pork bellies.
Oh, we saw that.
Yeah, so phenomenal taste. Yesterday, while we were still in the office, we had them cooking on a countertop in the sous vide circulator from VacMaster. About 8 hours? I think we had it around 160 or something like that. Immediately dropped it into an ice bath.
Yeah.
Brought it in, rethermed it today, and then we had a little demo of searing it up on the grill and just sort of passing out samples, and the look on everybody's faces were just, they were.
I don't know what he's talking about. Office. They make me work in a hole in the ground.
Pure delight. Well, there's a reason. There's a reason for that, Matt.
No, come on.
For real, I work in a hole in the ground.
He does work in a hole in the ground. We're out there in the caves north of the river there.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
But yeah, sous vide cooking is really one of our other avenues that we've gone down. A lot of restaurants use it. If you're not familiar with it, kind of the quick dirty run it is you just drop a vacuum sealed product into a bag, cook it at a temperature that's consistent. So we're talking earlier about steak. So he does his about 135. I do mine at 133. You drop it in for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Beauty part of it is you're never going to overcook it, right? It's always going to stay at that consistent temp. You bring it out, it's ready to eat, but it just still doesn't have that kind of steak look. So he does his on the grill. I'll do mine on a hot iron, cast iron skillet, just about a minute aside to sear it up, and you just get a nice little crust, and it's just perfect cooking, simple, easy. Other things I do, again, if I want to do some ribs, I can just throw it in the sous vide circulator, 22 hours, about 167 degrees. Again, pull it out of the bag, ready to go. And I just drop it on a grill for about an hour, just get a little bit of that smoke back into it. So again, it's combining the vacuum packaging, chamber vacuum packaging, and then the sous vide circulation all in one package. It's great.
What's the I know this is obviously we're talking about commercial, right? We're talking about kitchens, and we're talking about and people think there's like, oh my God, well I can't afford something like that. I'm not going to go research something that costs a shit ton of money, right? So what are we looking at for the people that are in the backyard, the guys that are in the barbecue competition?
Yeah.
You want to take this?
Yeah, you can kick in too when you need to. But the 695, which is the smallest one we brought in here, this is the 9 1/4 inch seal bar, holds a 9x12 bag. We're running right about 640 for the weekend. So again, we're doing a nice special on that. And then the 215 we brought again. It's just sub $1,000, so we're at around 940 this weekend. So again, we as you mentioned, we go all the way up. Our double chamber, the big one is just under $17,000. So I mean, we hit the full gamut. One of the most popular ones again, the 230, right around 1,500.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but you got to look at it as it's a one-time investment.
One-time,
it's
yeah,
an
right.
investment,
Right.
It's because you're not having to worry about it.
Right.
It's so versatile, right? And then be able to couple that type of vacuum with.
Well,
sous
these things
vide,
are built like tanks.
freezing.
Number one, you're
Yeah.
gonna get. Not only are you getting a machine that's built like a tank. The biggest point that I sell on is because I'm in tech support.
Yeah.
You call to get work on your machine, get parts, whatever. You're gonna get me or one of the other two guys, and we're in the States. And I know how frustrating it is for a lot of people when you call to get tech support on a appliance, and you're not talking to somebody in this country. And it gets frustrating, you know. And so offering that, and then offering the fact that most of these machines have been in service for over 20 years.
Right.
They've been modified some, but even the older parts we still carry.
Right.
You know, so I mean, it's just something to think about when you're buying a product and you're looking at a different chamber sealer. Just know that we're the only ones with U.S.-based tech support.
There it is. Badass.
And if you break it down over, you said 20 years.
Yeah,
It's that.
true story. Yeah, so everybody wants to look at
a lot
price
cheaper.
point, but you know, you can go spend $300 on the top of the line external machine from Walmart or whatever, and it's going to last maybe a couple of years,
Right.
You know, 3 years until you suck something into it by accident, and then you're going to have to call wherever to figure out what happened to it, and they're going to be like, we don't have parts for it anymore. Or
You're not going to get Matt, for sure.
yeah, you're not going to get me.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna be like, well, it's out of warranty, so.
Right. And I'm one of those guys that'll sit on the phone with you and talk you through the whole thing because I want you to feel like you can work on your machine. We have people that do service provide all over the country and even up in Canada. But we would rather teach you how to do it over the phone and take the time and be patient with you so you feel comfortable when you have to open that machine up. And that's the other thing about our machines is they're super easy to work on. They open up like the hood of a car, and then you can take the back off. And I can get these big old meat mitts in there. So, and I do it every day. And so, yeah, they're a little heavy. They weigh about 85 pounds. On the smaller one doesn't, but the normal 215, 230s run about 85, 90 pounds. But once you've got them set, I usually tell people to put them on a roll cart, and you know.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me, I can move a 215 around.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I'm not a big guy by any means. That 215 is not too heavy. The VP95 is sub 50 pounds. So again, if you don't have a whole lot of counter space, it's a perfect machine for it. That's my kitchen at home. It's just I got out a rolling cart, pull out when I need it, and just, do the work I need to do.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's like for the sous vide side of it, like, and even the home kitchen, it's like literally you can't mess it up,
Right.
You vacuum seal it, you get it inside your sous vide, walk away from it. Like,
Right.
At this point, like if you went 8 hours or you're going to go 15 hours, you're still at the same temperature,
Right.
as you were. You're not overcooking something or whatever else.
Yeah.
And maybe breaking down a little bit more, maybe whatever else. But even then,
What harm are you going to do at that point in time? No, it's just more tender. Yeah, no, I always say when I do the ribs, it's about a 20-hour cook. Sometimes I'll throw it in on a Saturday afternoon. Sunday morning, I go mountain biking.
Yeah.
Get done with that ride, pull up in the bag, start firing up the grill, get a beer, get a whiskey, something like that, and yeah, get a nice post
The
ride
other
meal.
thing too is it's great for like tailgating. You
Yeah.
can pre-marinate and get all your food ready and bring it up to temp, and then throw it in hot bags or whatever. So as soon as you get out to tailgate, you're ready for food. You just pull it out of your cooler where it's staying warm, slap it on the grill, and warm it back up.
Yeah, Matt hits a good point because I've even done this myself. I'll do some steaks or something like that, throw it in the sous vide circulator, and then throw it in the fridge, and overnight slice them up the next day, package them back up, take them with me when I'm camping because you're compressing that in the bag, right? So you throw it in a cooler, and when you're camping, you want to just go pack as light as you can. And so yeah, it's all pretty much done. All you have to do is just kind of retherm it when you're out there, and not have to worry about raw food or anything like that when you're camping. So makes it simple. It's just you can tell countless possibilities with these machines for sure.
It changes your game. It changes your game. And like I know a lot of people during lockdown like really took up cooking, and they've learned how to season food. Like I will say that my wife's cooking game over lockdown, because she took a bunch of like online cooking classes and read a bunch of books, and she was already a good cook. but like she's like chef level stuff now, and so we want to save that flavor. You know, like if she comes up with an awesome marinade, we don't want to just throw that away. Like, so we lock it up in a bag or marinate a bunch of other meat with it, seal it up, throw it in the freezer. We got it for another day.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah.
Hey, so one more time on where was it? VacMaster, what was it?
VacMasterFresh.com.
Yep, VacMaster Fresh.
Guys, cheers.
All right, cheers.
Appreciate you guys coming on.
I appreciate you guys having us. It's been awesome. Thank you.
Just grab them in the brisket.
Yeah, grab them in the brisket.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You know, smoking meats isn't just cooking, it's an art form. The aroma, those deep flavors, the patience, it's a whole experience.
And behind every great artist, there's the right set of tools. If you're aiming to build your own barbecue pit or dreaming of a custom design tailored just for you, SmokerBuilder.com has your back.
Led by Frank Cox, their expertise is unmatched. Offering blueprints, kits, and insights, they turn every barbecue dream into a flavorful reality.
Imagine your backyard, the center of attention, and at the heart of it, a smoker that's uniquely yours.
It's more than just equipment. It's about crafting those unforgettable moments. And with the guidance of Frank and his team, you're setting the stage for magic.
So whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or taking your first steps into the smoky world,
head over to SmokerBuilder.com, fill up your carts, and be sure to use the promo code GRABTHEBRISKET in all caps to receive your 10% discount. Smoke on.
Threw down some ribs last night, used the Chicks That Smoke spicy rub, mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke spicy barbecue all-purpose rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke, it's at Sucklebusters.com.
Hey listeners, ever been at an event or business gathering and noticed that one thing just stands out? A simple item, but with a touch of personalization.
Bro, I know exactly what you're talking about. CoolieNation.com, it's all about making an impression. Custom designed coolies that aren't just about keeping your drink cold. They're making a statement.
Exactly. And for businesses out there, listen up. Whether it's in a corporate event or your product launch or you're promoting your own brand, these custom coolies can be your next big marketing win.
Imagine your logo or brand message right there in the hands of potential clients, partners, and customers.
Hey, I'm
it's
Lauren.
subtle yet
And
impactful.
I'm John.
The quality and
we host
design of
the Beard Out
flexibility
Podcast,
they offer,
a podcast
top
where we
tier.
talk
It's not
about
just a
two of the
promotional
greatest
item,
things in
it's
the
an
world,
experience.
beer
So
and
for
Beard
everyone
Out.
looking to make their
And a
mark,
lot of
whether
other
it's in
things.
business or
We're
just
funny.
adding a personal touch.
Yeah, that's
Dive
basically what
into
I told him to say.
CoolieNation.com.
Good job.
Elevate your
I
brand,
listen.
elevate your events.
Yay.
With CoolieNation,
But
every
no,
sip is
seriously,
more than
you
just
try to
refreshment.
pair a
It's
beer
recognition.
with a Beard Out song
Make it
and
count.
talk about
So head over to
both things.
CoolieNation.com/brisket and get your
It's
hookup.
fun. I promise. You'll like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like talking about random things as well as, fine craft beers and some wonderful craft music,
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely, and cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, Sucklebusters, and Dalstrong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and CoolieNation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks of Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.